Welcome into another episode of The Blitz. I'm Billy Byler. Wayne Stats is with me. We're here at North Augusta High School. The Yellow Jackets have a pretty big game coming up, non-region schedule. We'll get to that in a minute. But looking ahead at this week, Wayne, there's some big games to talk about. I want to start Single A over in Georgia, Lincoln County. It's a rivalry game over there. What do you think?
Pretty big game. It's a 75th meeting between the two. If you go back to Lincoln High and Washington High, so that'll be a pretty big game. And Lincoln's #1 in Class A. So if Washington Wilkes they pull it off on the road, that's the only problem. They could really be up there as a state title contender, especially with only the region champions being short of a playoff with a new split. Pretty huge game early on this season.
With Lincoln County, it's maybe just another game. With Washington Wilkes, maybe it's the Super Bowl for them. It's a big game. You know, those kids want to beat them their senior year, so that's a big one. Looking on, we've got some other big ones in Aiken County. We've got some of the rivalry games going on. Midland Valley's playing Aiken, and then on Thursday night, South Aiken and Silver Bluff collide, so that's going on in Aiken County. Wayne, some other big games going on this week?
Yeah, Laney has a big home game against Westminster of Atlanta, not our Wildcats here in Augusta.
Yeah.
But Laney's a home game for that one. They're now #10 in Class 2A, so that's a pretty huge game for them. Pretty easy win against Butler last week, but big step up this time.
All right, we're here with Dan Pippen, coach of the North Augusta Yellow Jackets. Coach, you got a Greenbrier on Friday, another Columbia County school. Recently, your program's been going over across the river to play these schools. What's the appeal? What's the reason for doing that?
Well, the biggest thing for us is a local game. We're so isolated here in South Carolina. It's like we're a Georgia school almost, and it makes it easier for us. As the athletic director, I like it because it's going to bring in a big gate. Even when we have to go to a Columbia County school or even Richmond County school, the gas isn't hardly anything. And there's a lot of appeal, and hopefully we'll get a big crowd on Friday. And in a couple weeks when we play Grovetown to Grovetown, it'll be another big crowd. And that's the big reasons. And I think it's good for local football when the local teams play each other.
What does it do for the boys when they have to play in front of big crowds like that? You guys have done that already this season.
It's a lot of fun for everybody. We're going to be home. We've got the ball being jumped in by a parachute guy. We'll have the Harleys here again. So it's a lot of fun. I think it's a definite home field advantage. It's our first Friday game. We're like a college program. We're playing on Saturday and Thursdays. We played before the season even started, so we're really looking for it. This is our most normal week we've had this season.
All right, let's talk about North Augusta. We're here, like we said, at North Augusta High School. They play Greenbrier, and that's going to be an interesting game. It's a crossover game, crossing over the river, and two of the bigger schools in the area. So as we break that one down, I think North Augusta has a balanced attack. Greenbrier has put up some points this year. What do you think?
Yeah, they have good rushing attack. We'll see how they do, but I think North Augusta, good game against Valdosta last week, and no shame in losing to a team like that. So I think they're pretty extra ready to go, especially at home. I
think this Yellow Jackets team already has some big game experience from the ones they have played. And like we said, the offense is balanced. They've run just as many passing plays as they have running plays, if I got my stats right. And they're probably a little more effective on the ground at this point, but they can certainly throw it through the air as well.